evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL. We're back here for Tuesday night NASCAR in the trucks. Going short track racing to end out their regular season at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. There's a mouthful. Not to be outdone, the title of tonight's race, the TSport 200 presented by Warren Industries. I'm going to say ThorSport because that's funnier. We're here at race 16 of 25. We got 3 races left in the regular season for the truckers. 200 laps tonight to decide it. Stages at the end of lap 60, the end of lap 120. Myself and Art in the booth as always. 3 additional sets of tires, 4 in total. 0 fast repairs, a fuel run of 111 to 115 laps. So fuel not going to be a concern. See, imagine if we didn't have the stage cautions. We could have something interesting on our hands later in the evening. But nope, not happening at this junction. 2/3 of a mile. A little short track action in Clearmont, Indiana, I believe.
Isn't it like right outside?
Yeah, it's right outside the main attraction.
If you look on Google Maps, it literally says Indianapolis.
There you go. I love it.
But
I just love that the overlay loads it as Clearmont, USA. It's like, well, we know it's the United States, but we can't give you the state, so USA. Gonna be under the evening here. Pack temp 80 degrees. Air temp 75, a southeasterly wind of 5 miles an hour. It's there, so I'll say it. That's the only reason why. So let's go ahead and get right into qualifying. On-track action underway.
Do you consider 17 miles from the center of Indianapolis to be Indianapolis?
I mean, that's suburbia, right, at that point?
Yeah. Because, like, technically, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is not in Indianapolis.
It's Speedway.
Called Speedway.
Right.
Yeah. Which this is even further out from that, so...
Yeah.
It's like me saying I'm from Houston, but I'm actually from Alvin.
Or, any of it, Atlanta.
True.
Early benchmark, Carlos Ortiz, 21.98, the time they're all chasing. If there's any man that could do it. The regular season points leader, Tane Hodison, might be one to do it. Actually, it's Nick Hansen, 21.909. Hodison's first lap, 21.93. 0.17 of a second off.
I'm going to give them a shout out simply because they're weird enough to sponsor Google Maps. The Cleopatra ink tattoo and piercing in Indianapolis. Like, why am I looking at a map and you're like, sponsored? Like, go away.
Second lap for Hodison, 21.867 puts him on provisional pole.
I do kind of, I respect it, but go away.
Yeah, this is an interesting little track. I mean, it's definitely short track racing, but you see here, like, the way that they're approaching this track. It doesn't look right? You're going to just send it on up here on the high side and get a really late apex on the bottom side of the racetrack. Right here, just letting it rise up right in the middle. Very, very hard to complete a pass on the bottom, especially if the guy got you pinched down there. Into his first lap, good enough for P10. You see they're now trying to get a little bit lower than he did on his first lap. Truck at least looks stable. A couple of the rare times that we've raced here, I remember it being very loose, especially the lower you get. Brandon Pfeiffer slots into the 3rd position. Second lap for Minto. It's P7. It's just a very unique approach to this racetrack. Second lap for Pfeiffer. 21.95, 22.03. No improvement. Stays 3rd quickest. Diego Rodriguez was very quick in practice. I think he was really aggressive there on the outlap. Doesn't get a long one, but
Bo Ruff watched the replay
I was dying laughing. Yeah, it was a pretty funny event that took place last night. Some laughs from a handful of people.
Definitely got some laughs from us. I think that's.
Oof.
It's been a while since we've been that just unhinged.
Yeah. So Rodriguez is queuing up here for a second lap quali. He was way high, and even there through 1 and 2 he was pretty high. If the speed is there on this second lap. Letting it hang out. Rodriguez. That's good enough for provisional pole by 2/1000ths of a second. Yes, it was good enough. Jared Wishon, Mike McConville. Some heavy hitters still to come. Ninth quickest on lap 1 for the 17 machine. Through 3 and 4. 22:01 on the first lap, looking to break into the 21s. He does. 21:87. Poor 1/1000ths of a second between the top 3. Mike McConville about to start his first lap in the 8 machine. He's in Indiana. So he's running the 2013 Fernando Alonso Indy 500 throwback. And he's on a good first lap here. Quickest out of anybody in the first half of the lap. Powering off of turn number 4. Looks like he's going for it right at the start here. And he's going to get it. 21:807. What a statement there from Mike McConville.
McConville, a short track merchant? Question mark?
Looks like Jeremy Brown also about to go out.
How much do you think McConville will give to keep me from taking him to win?
He just, I mean, listen. There's some money to be made there in that transaction.
I know he's listening. He always does. At least Packard is winning or listening.
So this, we got Wilco, Steve Herring, Rich Jet, Bo Ruff. Routine non-qualifiers. So this will be it. Where Jeremy Brown puts this last effort. 16 times on the board. Nobody going home tonight. We have 21 entries. First lap here for Jeremy Brown. Across the line. Put some P2. What a lap. 300ths of a second. Well, he's looking to pick up here on lap number 2. It looks very stable there. Crossing the line. 21:86, not able to improve. Pull to Mike McConville in the 8 machine. Much better effort than a Fernando Alonso Indiana qualifying attempt. Or really just any recent Fernando Alonso qualifying attempt, if we're being honest. The donkey of a car that is Aston Martin. But that's it. Nobody's on track. Nobody's doing anything. That is it. With a minute and a half remaining. Let's go talk to Mike McConville.
The field.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
All right, we're thinking of picking you, Mike. How much to not make that happen?
I'll send you the
So-
next payment when I get home from vacation.
So you should pick me because we're both on the same setup.
Yeah, pick Brock or Nick.
Wow, why not me, asshole?
Are you on
Or-
my set? You're not
or
on my
Nick.
set.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Pick Minto. Minto's due for a good race.
I always get wrecked anyways, so you wouldn't be really doing a commentator's curse at that point.
True.
Packard, I gotta say that was one of the funniest wrecks I've seen.
Dude, that was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in
that
sim
was
racing.
fantastic.
Dude, I was so annoyed because I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna roll the top," because I saw whoever it was on the bottom, and I was like, "All right, we're good." And then I turned the corner, and Rich Jet dives low, and it's just the 4 sitting on the top of the track. I'm like, "This is not good." And then, of course, the Matt Mackin, he doesn't hit the brakes for shit, man. And I was like, "Well, this is the end right now." So.
Well, if it makes you feel
I
any
did-
better,
I
did-
Mr.
I
Bo
did
Ruff
get to-
himself is in our chat. I watched the replay from last night and I was dying laughing, which is good considering you almost killed him legitimately. You know, you lifted his whole car off the ground.
Yeah, I
So-
did see his springs from last night, his track bar.
I mean,
We
you
might
got
be able to
everything.
help him out for next week.
You got
He
all
saw all
setup.
the information.
I saw it all. I saw what drive shaft he was running, brother.
I mean, it's all there.
It's all
So
there.
I got a little insight for the broadcast.
All right,
That pole lap I ran was
Uh-huh.
on my race set.
all right, bro, chill out. I'm just gonna pick you to win now. Like,
No, don't do that.
No, pick me.
No,
Same
what happened on
setup.
lap
We
2?
ran the same setup.
well, I just want to see like how bad it can get, right? If I say I'm going to pick him, I do pick him. I want to see how he throws.
I mean, to be fair, you guys picked me to win at Daytona, and I did.
Yeah, but we also
No,
picked you to win at
correct.
like Rockingham last year. Remember how that one ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
It-
that one.
I mean, I did dominate that entire race until like 15 ago when I got
And then-
yeeted by a teammate.
Yeah.
Was it me?
No, that
No,
was.
it was,
He's no longer here. He hasn't raced in a while with us.
Whatever Blaze. Whatever his
Oh,
first name
yeah.
was.
yeah, Blaze.
Bobby
Crawford.
Blazer?
Yeah, there it is, Bobby Blazer. The only thing that was coming to mind was Johnny Blaze, but that's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Bobby Blazer done took you out at Rockingham last year.
Yeah.
That was funny.
These
That
Florida
was-
guys are real assholes.
Yeah, you sons of bitches.
What's the racing like here? I've been here once in like 4 years. Is it loose on the bottom, like I remember it? Is that a thing?
I wouldn't say it's
Slidey everywhere.
loose.
Or
It's
is
very
the bottom just
it's
like
slick.
I mean, you don't use the bottom here, do you? Not supposed to.
You can if you have a late in a run. You can get real. It's kind of like how New Hampshire was last year. If you don't run it and don't put any rubber down on it, it does come in whenever the pace slows down. But the main groove is basically the middle groove.
Because it's a short track,
the-
obviously, but you're not using the bottom. It's weird. It looks weird.
Well, it's progressively banked, so
Right.
It's like if you
With the-
flattened Darlington.
kind of.
You're basically running above the white line the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
basically the apron is under the first dotted line,
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Kind of.
and then the wall just does not work here.
It's an interesting little track, truthfully.
It's very fun.
Well, I hope you guys have fun in the race itself. Good luck. I don't know if you've dissuaded me from picking you, but
Please don't.
You'll find out very shortly.
Did you get my message about the paint scheme?
I did. I already mentioned it.
Oh, nice. All right.
That was.
Let's hope I don't.
that was a
Let's hope I
better-
don't blow up with 20 to go.
Better qualifying effort than Alonso ever had in Indiana. So.
I mean, he made the 2013
Well,
show.
the
and it was-
13 one was fine, but then it just got worse from there.
Yeah, and then he gave up because he's a quitter.
Yeah,
Me
now,
too.
Now he drives an absolute bucket of bolts.
He drives a P3 car,
It's
GP3.
pretty rough. All right, gentlemen. Good luck.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have fun.
I don't think he's paying us.
I don't think he is. So like,
Well, listen, we go the rare, you know, we're both picking him.
I think talking about him enough might be the one to do it. So I might not pick him just because I think his race is over already.
Yeah, I think we've done enough.
I do like how he tried to throw his teammates on the
He's like, listen, they're on the same
Packard.
setup, right? You can pick them, throw them under the bus. I'm willing to just tank their race, you know.
So on what we could hit the trifecta, verbally curse him, and then pick his teammates.
Yep. Done here in just a minute. It's interesting hearing the insights. It's one of the few times I've actually asked pre-race because this is just a weird track, you know. Said it's kind of like a, you know, Darlington-esque where you're, I don't know, the progressive banking, the short track. Because like Bristol, right, you could do either. You know, it's, oh, we got, you know, the banking, whatever. But, oh, Belcher, that's a hard practice right there. But we'll see if that bottom ever develops or not. Expect Jeremy Brown to be a contender tonight. He was quick. Rodriguez was very quick in practice.
Payne Hodison, you know, the points leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so speaking of that, let's go ahead and let's hide this. We got 3 races remaining, right, everybody? We're taking the top 10. All right, so John Wilco holds that right now by 11 points over Brandon Pfeiffer. Holds it by 14 points over his teammate, Rich Jett. 26 points over Jason Samoto, who I do not believe is here tonight. That's a big, big hit to his hopes. But Pfeiffer's here. Rich Jett is here. He holds it by 61 points over Chris Claude. So right there, you have Wilco, Pfeiffer, Jett, and I think Chris Claude's realistically it, right? With 3 races like that, I mean, that has to be it. And then Packard, really not that much further up the road, in all honesty, an additional 12 points. And even Logan Giesbrecht, should they, you know, if they run into any trouble in the last 3 races, they're right in the thick of it. Really Brandon Minto to John Wilco, if you're not careful, if you do not lock in these last 3 races, these 3 short tracks, you'll run into some problems. So that's the battle right there. So Wilco over Pfeiffer by 11 points, Rich Jett by 14. Those 3 going to be looking for some good runs here. All 21 trucks are here, are off pit road. Pfeiffer starts from 6th. John Wilco obviously going to stick to his strategy. It's worked for him all season. He'll be starting from 19th. Early advantage to Pfeiffer. He's going to knock off some of those points. You know, just assume that the finish holds. Some freebies there. Obviously, long way to go tonight. Short track. Temper's going to flare.
Temper's gonna flare.
Picks to win. Who you got?
I feel like I can joke around with Packard, so me picking him and potentially cursing him will go over a little fine. So I'm gonna take Packard.
I'm gonna go with Diego Rodriguez in the 21 machine.
Man is not fulfilling the plan, not taking out McConaughey's team.
We've mentioned it so much tonight, it'll kind of do its own thing, but we are about to find out. 200 laps of short track action on deck tonight, and it starts right now. Rumble cleared into turn 1. See if anyone... We notoriously see a lot of self-spins early on in these short track races.
Already had a little bit of 3 wide here towards the mid-pack. They've cleaned it up, but it's already antsy.
Andrew Stacy already up 2 spots early. Nick Hansen up 1 spot over Jared Wishin. Giesbrecht and John Wilco also up 1 spot in the early going. A couple of guys working the bottom early, trying to get some grip down there. Little bobble there for the 39 machine.
Ooh, Packard in the wall.
That didn't take long, did it?
I mean, it was just a little tap. Perfectly
Still
fine.
digging. Okay. It's worked. He's up 2 spots right now. On the outside of Aaron Mack there. Andrew Stacy continuing his climb up 3 spots. In defense there. Ignore everything I just said, but it's fine. Carlos Ortiz, I thought, would have had a better impression, considering how well he's run on short tracks earlier this season. But right now finds himself in 11th in that 59 machine.
Obviously, that's the setup for McConville is really good because Packard now getting a move here on Wishing.
On board here with Andrew Stacy, trying to follow him through. Using that low line, he's pinched down there, Aaron Mack. Hard but fair racing between these guys. Packard up 3 spots as well, just ahead of this. Aaron Mack tough up top, nowhere to go yet. Stacy to complete that move. Packard up 3 spots. So clearly it's working for him. Best lap of the race actually goes to Jeremy Brown. Just kind of following in the tire tracks of your race leader, Mike McConville. Aaron Mack out of turn number 4. First caution of the evening, 6 laps completed, and that battle with Andrew Stacy. Ultimately what sends him around. Does not hit anything.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised that's a caution, but considering what we saw last night, that it wasn't called a caution.
Stacy just
little
into the
one
left
car
rear there.
I mean, he gets it fully sideways, but
nice work to not nose the inside wall there. Stays on the lead lap. Obviously, the tires will be a little upset, but quick reactions there to lock it down. And at that point, right, it's so early on in the race. I mean, it's 7 laps on those tires. You didn't hit nothing. You just keep running, right? I mean, the fuel runs 115 laps, so whatever. Tires are going to be a little unhappy, but you just got to make do. Rich and Richard stopping off for a fuel-only service there. Should have one to go next time by. Quick pace laps here, that's what we want to see.
a lot better than last night. Like, that was awful.
Listen, it gave us plenty of time to analyze things. Skull, what did you do?
Did
he click the link?
He got hacked.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Why did you click the link, Skull?
He clicked the link.
I thought we were better than that. Honestly, I thought we were. That's disappointing. I mean, how many times did we see in the TDRL or TCRL, like, just people like making fun of people for that?
I mean, we say people, and it was Momentum, dumb, and Fenway, a child.
And Space Face, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Space Face. I don't know him. See, I can insult the other two.
But there was 3 instances of that your Discord account getting hacked, so. Here we go, back underway, right in Conville. Did all 11 laps, and that was an awkward restart. Rodriguez trying to challenge for that second spot. Oh, and around goes Jeremy Brown. I don't even. Well, there it is.
Oh no! Keep it up.
Yellow's out.
I mean, the yellow was out quite early, to be honest. But, man,
I don't think he's too happy with Diego Rodriguez.
what makes you say that?
Well, he was kind of flying back up there, but that just might have been when the caution came out. But
You think a driver's mad about getting wrecked?
he does. All right, so slight contact with the wall, and he's therefore, bounces off the wall. Almost has it saved. Intuition. And Andrew Stacy.
I like how you almost like a full lap back because
They say he did not. He did not get the best start. So Rodriguez is right there, challenging for that second spot. He's trying to clear up, not quite able to do so, and then obviously that leads to your turn 3 incident, where the 46 will argue that 21 should have left a little bit more room there on the inside. But
I think cooler heads will prevail. That wasn't that bad.
no. Ultimately, not a whole lot of damage in that, honestly, for anybody. It looked pretty scary. We've lost Richard Pruitt. That second yellow, we entered the pits, and that was it. Good to go already, though. Just like that. I don't even think we had any takers. No. Conville again in control. Have Rodriguez to his outside. Tane Hodison now up to third. It's not the actual restart zone. It's that second set of white lines, and we're back underway. Much cleaner run in out of turn number 2 here. No side-by-side for second. Side-by-side for third, though. And this is exactly what Pfeiffer needs to get himself back above the bubble. In 4
Look at
spots.
the hard-charging Haggard, though.
Looking on that outside, that's the preferred line here. Looking around the outside of Nick Hansen. Almost in the back of Pfeiffer there as they kind of were stepping over one another. He probably thinks he's a bit faster than that 18 at the moment. Here comes Jeremy Brown back into the mix. 5 cars under a blanket right now. Not a whole lot of room for any one of these guys to go, obviously. Someone's going to have to finalize a pass here. Still side by side for third. A bit further back, John Wilco doing a nice job. From 19th to the outside here of Minto. On the fringe of stage points. Battle continues to rage as the top 2 have pulled away by about a second over this battle. Hodison finally settles it. 3rd and 4th all good. Still side by side for 5th.
And we know those trucks are fast. They're teammates. They're, I believe, on the same setup, and they finally, stopped the 2x2 and are going to let one of them chase, after Pfeiffer.
49. He was taking a look there at the bottom. He got around Hansen there, and he was trying a different approach there to start the attack on Pfeiffer. couple bobbles there from a handful of guys down the back straightaway, but all square. Gap out in front half a second. And your top two, they're comfortable out in front. Rodriguez has about 1.3 seconds on Hodison leading this group. Action further back, there's Kyle Courtney, Chris Claude side by side. Aaron Mack trying to charge back up through the field. Was inside the top 10 early. Victim of our first caution. You still see the tire marks there on the front straightaway, but he powers up to 16th now. Bo Ruff, Steve Herring going at it for 20th. Battles all throughout this field.
Ooh, Packard now to the inside of Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer going to get that run down the back from the high line, though. Jeremy Brown right behind this battle. In 6th. He might take this opportunity to sneak to the outside of Packard, honestly, if Pfeiffer can get a good bite here. But Pfeiffer into the fence. Packard will slide underneath and clear up to P4.
I think Pfeiffer got another piece of the wall there and then wanted to defend against Jeremy Brown. Not going to be able to do so.
Brown trying to slide job. Not quite able to clear. Pfeiffer again into the fence. Brown does clear heading into turn number 1.
It would have been dangerous, but he was just there. I don't know how much you could have fit between those two trucks, but I believe he was ahead.
Pfeiffer was up to 3rd, now down to 6th, still +1 from where he started. A little bit further back, Chris Claude, Aaron Mack. Aaron Mack still continuing his charge, now up to 15th. We just saw him make that pass for 16th. And for the laps to go, they're side by side in front of him. That should help him catch up. Rich Jet to the inside of Kyle Courtney. That's the battle for 13th. Courtney hanging tough on the outside. Really up into the wall there. 1.5 seconds to his teammate now for Rich Jet. The back bumper of John Wilka, who's just kind of nose to tail with everybody else. 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, all right here. Packard continuing that charge. He's all the way right up to the back bumper now of Tane Hodison, looking to get onto the podium spots here early, halfway through stage 1. That's
a big smack of the wall there. And he's going to have pressure from Jeremy Brown.
Nick Hansen has caught the back of Pfeiffer. He's looking to set that move up over the next couple of laps. Look at the aggressiveness there from that 46 on entry. Really confident on the brakes. We know there's speed in that 46. He was 2nd when he got spun out of it. As Wishon has joined the back of that battle. Aaron Mack again on the move. To the inside of the 41. '41's been fairly consistent in that top line, though. 31, I think, a little bit more raw speed in that truck right now.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where, Kyle Courtney gets their setups from. Still a relatively newcomer to iRacing. I know they've been around for, a little bit now with us, but at the time they joined the league, had only really been racing for a week or 2.
So probably really one of the first times at this track. And hanging on to top 15 right now. But the big thing here is just keeping it consistent, right? It's easy to overstep, I feel like, in a short track. We've seen that twice already.
Challenge here. Jeremy Brown on Packard. got to the inside.
And they're both challenging Hodison. Oh, a little bit more contact there. 46 going to be like, what are we doing here, guys? The 46 probably a little bit faster than the 49. He's making that bottom side work for him right now. We got battles all over this racetrack. We take this battle here, you go all the way back to 18th. They're fighting for it. Just behind that, 6th and 7th battling. Brown gets a little loose off 4. Pfeiffer holds on to Nick Hansen for the time being. Jared Wishon taking a peek to the low line.
Packard, he tried to get to the inside of Hodison. I'm just glued to this little three-way battle up here. It is great.
I think if you're Wilco, too, you know that that 18 machine's the man right underneath you on the bubble, and he's leading this group, so that's probably a little bit extra encouragement here for Wilco. I had to guess. But here, back on board with Jeremy Brown as Packard starts to try and set up that move on Hodison, all while defending from Brown himself. I think you mentioned a great three-way fight right here. A little bit of left side damage there, it looks like, on that 46. But it's definitely a cat and mouse thing. The 49 will look to the inside of the 22. The 46 will say, all right, that's cool. I'm going to jump to the outside there. And just like that, then we're going to switch. Now the 46 is going to look to the inside of the 49 and roll reversal. Top two have obviously checked out as these guys squabble. And up into the fence there just a little bit. Already 40 laps in. Once they get it going, right, it goes quickly here. 22.5 seconds, 23-second laps. And it goes by very quick. A bit further back, there's Ortiz challenging on Jared Wishon. That is the 65 there. Into the fence just a bit. Got that last stage point right now with 19 laps to go. Hansen all out of shape there down the back straightaway. This is a great fight. And really, these guys have been nose to tail for the last 20 laps. I mean, there's really no giving this. Rich Jett and Aaron Mack actually start to close in the back of this battle with how hard they're going at it. Intel now attacking on Andrew Stacy there.
There might have been a little bit of contact.
The 65 definitely had a wiggle. As Rich Jett and Aaron Mack have caught this battle. But further back, Kyle Courtney, Logan Giesbrecht, he is going below that apron. Try and find a little bit of grip down there. And change with these three right here. Hodison from Packard from Brown.
It'll be fun to see what Packard can do on a fresh set of tires in a better starting position.
Let's see if he starts in that second row here in about 14 laps or so. I'm curious on who will be able to kind of separate themselves from this pack. Right now, they're all within 2 car lengths of one another. What do you do to try and make that move on the next guy? But he's making a move on the guy in front of him, so it's a very fun cat and mouse right now.
I really thought it would be Hansen with, you know, again, how well Packard has moved, how well McConaughey's just kept and held the lead. He's got a 2.8 second, probably a 3 second lead now over Rodriguez, and they've said Hansen's on the same stuff. So would potentially look to see him move forward, but so far it hasn't happened yet.
He's actually gone down 3 spots from where he started, so.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
And he's kind of the roadblock now because Jared Wishon has gotten away from that. Carlos Ortiz has gotten up the road as well. It's kind of him trying to hang on to these last couple of spots. And he's doing a nice job of that so far. Andrew Stacy not really forcing the issue just yet. Because he's also got that 1 point in his back pocket. Doesn't want to put that at risk.
We have Packard trying to make another move around Hoddison. They are side by side, but just that high line.
It's the place to be right now. Brandon Pfeiffer actually clawing back into this battle just a little bit as these guys kind of trade.
Ooh, we're going to see, you know, I think a couple cars potentially going a lap down here with just about 10 to go. McConville's catching the back of the pack.
Yeah, there's Donovan Boruff and Chris Claude, and then Steve Herring all right there. Coming to 9 laps to go. He's going to catch him. It makes you wonder if these guys are to continue to battle, would they eventually catch a group like this, and how would that play?
Packard got a big piece of the wall on the front stretch, and he lost out to Jeremy Brown.
Back to 5th. He's trying to get it right back. I don't see any noticeable damage there on that 49. Track position so vitally important. 46 overdrives turn 2 a little bit.
They're bringing Pfeiffer right into it.
And Ortiz and Wishon a little bit further back. Nick Hansen actually pulled away from Andrew Stacy a bit. He's under pressure from Minto. 7 laps to go in the stage. Aaron Mack was able to get by John Wilco.
Ooh, Brown in the wall again.
Try a crossover,
He's
though.
gonna bounce off and oh man, it's a fight.
Big send into turn 3 there from Jeremy Brown. Not quite clear. Packard going to try and roll the top here. Big send from that 46. Fighting for every point.
Oh! I think Brown might have put him in the wall there.
Yeah, that
Not
was...
entirely sure, but oh boy.
See what Packard elects to do into turn 3.
Oh,
yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. See what happens in turn 1.
Don't pull a Danica. You're gonna wreck somebody, don't wreck yourself.
He's on the apron there, and I think Brown has pulled away.
Brown's like, let me get out of here.
I should probably move. Minto does actually get by Andrew Stacy there. Coming to 4 laps to go. And while all that happened, he did get Bo Ruff, he did get Chris Claude, and he did get Steve Herring. So Herring, half a second over Chris Claude for the lucky dog. I don't think he's going to get Kevin Belcher.
He just might.
3 laps to go. Ortiz, Pfeiffer, wishing all right here. 59, that was tight. Packard still loose there on the front stretch. Ortiz looking like he's going to get there. Wishing, he's trying to close, not quite able to get to the inside. Well, now he is. Big send into turn number 3. Final lap of the stage. Mike McConville clear by 5.7 seconds.
Packard's still having problems with that front stretch wall. Man.
Looking off turn 4, a flag-to-flag stage win here for Mike McConville. Yellow is out. Pfeiffer did hold off Wishing there. Steve Herring is your lucky dog. And they open pit road immediately. Look at that. Here we go. I almost wonder if you're willing to take a wave here, because this is obviously going to be a much shorter stage.
It sure looks like they are.
I think this would be the one time it's completely... Well, it's also the tires here are such a big factor. It's tricky. Let's see what everyone wants to do tire-wise. Conville, Jeremy Brown, Rodriguez, Hodison, Wishin, Hansen, Pfeiffer. Like tires across the board. We'll go over Chet coming in on the next lap. Might have just been because how they caught the pace car potentially, but let's see what these guys want to do. Well, that was a little dicey there, getting on. 77 missed his box. Wilco can take that set of tires. That's smart. I don't know. I think Jet might have missed out on his chance here. I don't know if he can come down one more time, but... Shit, looks like he will actually be allowed the opportunity to come down one more time. Herring. Trying to get that set. He's trying to go. He's trying to go. It's going to be super close. But he was trying to get that. He was trying to get that lucky dog and the tires. I respect that. Is he going to get it? Oh.
I think they might be giving it to him.
That was very close. That literally was straight out of cars.
But as we are, getting ready to go green again, just to, manufacture some drama, remember, that 46 might not like the 21, and obviously the 46 and the 49 have a little bit of beef. This is going to be exciting.
A very nip and tuck start here. Stage 2 it could possibly be. Let's find out.
See what kind of memory that 46 has.
An elephant never forgets. Right now, the 21 has an out in that there's so many cars right in the immediate vicinity that the 46 might not want to collect up in collateral damage.
I mean, he's on his bumper.
He is right there. Oh, it must be said, Chris Kwan did tank the wave around. Steve Herring is coming in, so potentially serving a penalty there for that 98, and that is under green. That's a killer. Oh, boy! Oh, there it is! That's never going to work.
That's not intentional. Like, there's no way that incident was intentional. Like, what in the world was that?
That's lucky dog for Bo Ruff. Steve Herring might catch a break here. What on earth was that incident?
I highly doubt that was Jeremy Brown trying to get his lick back, right? Like,
let's see here.
That seemed just weird.
That was very odd. So here we go. 21, 46. 22 came up just a smidge, maybe? Like, you can see him on that seam. He comes up just a little bit. Brown's a tiny bit lower, so there's the initial contact. And it sends him, obviously, into the wall. And then he's just kind of a passenger, and he's already there. So, 21 won't want to hear it, but that was unintentional.
Oh, man. We are manufacturing drama.
That was just odd. So Bo Ruff gets the lucky dog. And he had some repairs on that. His pit stop, so that's going to work out for him. That works out for Chris Klon because he had taken the wave around, so that's perfect for the 10. Rodriguez actually going to put himself a lap down to work on this truck. Herring did end up going 3 laps down from that. Could have been a potential violation of pit entry or something, pit exit. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Rodriguez back out. So 20 trucks running. Puts Packard right in front of Jeremy Brown. Conville's still in control here.
I mean, it's going to be a good jump for teammates.
Not as good as I would have thought, honestly. Odison should be clear here for second. He should get that bite off the top. Oh, a little bit of contact between those two. And here's Carlos Ortiz up inside the top. Oh, that's where I thought I'd see him, honestly. Short track as the sun continues to set here at Lucas Oil. Andrew Stacy, that was a tight window. He's trying to fit it in. Looks like he was able to slide up just in front of that 99. Now trying to continue to complete that pass on Hodison. He was able to get all over the back bumper, looking at the inside, looking at the outside, and wasn't quite able to finish that pass, so it'll all start again for him here.
You know, as a commentator, I keep saying it, manufactured drama. I just want to point out, McConville took an odd line in turn 1 and kind of parked in front of Hodison. Not saying it was a team move trying to get Packard in front. Not saying it wasn't either.
Listen, people have done more for less on our channel. Aaron Mack finally back into the top 10. He'll want a little bit more. He started 8th. How about that? John Wilco around Brandon Pfeiffer. That is the battle for the bubble. Pfeiffer cut into that lead, courtesy of, I believe it was 6th place stage points, but Wilco now ahead of him, so trying to get that, the points back in his favor here. He's only one spot out of stage points in stage 2, so we'll have to chip back away at that.
I think that incident might have affected Jeremy Brown's truck because it doesn't seem to be as happy as it once was as he just bounces off the wall.
He had definite damage earlier, and then obviously getting into Rodriguez and kind of been bounced around a little bit tonight, so wouldn't surprise me if it's not completely 100% to his liking. Aaron Mack continues that approach. He's probably passed the most trucks here tonight so far. Closing back in on this a little bit. Andrew Stacy, Nick Hansen, these guys were going at it a lot in stage 1, and that continues in stage 2. And for Rodriguez, a potential, not good scenario here is if Bo Ruff or Rich Jet go a lap down here. And it traps him as, the non-lucky dog candidate. Brown smacked off the front stretch wall there again, it looked like. It's a short track, man. Aerodynamics not as important as at the big oval over in Speedway, so he is applying all of the pressure to Carlos Ortiz.
I mean, he got on that back bumper pretty hard there.
Aaron Mack was a little loose there on the front stretch. Wilco applying the pressure as he applies the pressure to Minto. Actually pulled away from Pfeiffer here a little bit.
Definitely feel like Jeremy Brown is faster than that 50U9 machine.
Looking low side, trying to clear up. We know he'd love to take it. There'll be a big send here into turn 3 to finalize the move. Yes, and he'll just park it right on the nose. Say thank you very much. That 46 is quick. Packard was looking to the low side again on Hodison. Wasn't able to complete the move. And he's got to be pretty tired of staring at the back bumper of this car. Yeah, man, he's not going to be flying JetBlue Airways, that's for sure. He's got to think that he's quicker at this point. So far, nothing doing. Again, looking to the low line. And 2 powers off again and just, gets that car length and a half, 2 car lengths ahead. It's just carbon copy, lap after lap after lap.
We know what, Brown and Packard have, gotten up to, and they're, right there together
He's right
again.
back again. So I will say it was the 46 was the initial aggressor. Does he risk doing it again?
Yes. I think the 46 has reached a level of annoyed throughout this race that it might just be kind of worth it. I could be very wrong, and he could be calm, cool, and collected. Be like Denny Hamlin, where, that man is a psychopath, and it's just calm at all times somehow. But we are iRacers for a reason. I don't think most gamers are
That
level-headed.
same level of patience. Well, we are psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's just a different part of
just
that.
a different, yeah. It's just not level-headed. Like,
No, there's just no rational thoughts. It's emotions first.
there's no real cost associated with these trucks. There's no one paying, a big bill.
The Fab Shop doesn't have any work coming to it tomorrow. It's I'm gonna get mine if I've been wrong. This is Aaron Mack looking to the inside there. Minto. That battle's been in the last 20 laps pretty consistently since we got back going. Moko's right there. How vital are stage points to his season here? Even just one singular point.
Side by side, by the way.
There we go.
This battle has been the money. It is very fun to watch. And I think Packard gave it to him. I think he doesn't want the fight.
He's like, you know what? You did put me in the wall earlier, and then you ran me back down, and we're slowly passing me on the bottom here, so I think I'll let you try and pass Haas. Maybe use your stuff up a little bit. Because I can't pass him. I think that's what he's saying right now. I cannot get that move done.
We might see a little contact. That was very deep from Jeremy Brown. Able to keep it off the 22 machine, but that That 46 is
Big
flying.
send. He loves a good send there on the bottom. Contact there. Another big send expected into one. Look at that.
Oh,
I don't know if there was contact, but it's close.
it definitely looked like there was contact. I don't know how they didn't get into the wall there.
And he'll reset, try again.
What a race.
They're
Love you
halfway
some short
complete in
track
stage 2. Yeah, they're doing a nice job.
It's just the right level of aggressiveness for a short track. It is very fun.
Wilco's trying to apply a little bit of pressure there to the back bumper of that 31. It's pretty close right there. Hansen up against the fence there. Brandon Minto goes on through. Hansen, I think, struggles the longer, obviously, we go on into a run. This is kind of the exact situation in which he ended up the first time. Kind of 9th, 10th, and just trying to hold off a couple of guys behind him, snag some stage points. That battle rages on. Jeremy Brown's gotten close enough, and he wants to try again. A big send on the entry. Hodison kind of negates it, gains a little bit on corner exit. Lightest contact there with the wall for Hodison. Mike McConville 4 seconds up the road, laughing all the way to the bank. He's going to be underneath the apron trying to find some grip. This is everything in the kitchen sink, and it's not even the end of stage 2 yet. He's got about half a truck length ahead. This is as close as he's been. The big send here. He's just going to try and keep working at it. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. Gain just a thousandth of a second here, thousandth of a second here. Him being even going into one is a big sign there. And look, he finally gets it done. The persistence pays off for Jeremy Brown. All of that to get right back to where he started from. Incredible.
I mean, it's just going to make for a great final stage.
Here's a good battle. John Wilco, Aaron Mack. That's been raging for a couple of laps. That's allowed Pfeiffer and Logan Giesbrecht to catch back up. Wilco. And half a truck length ahead going into 3. He's close. He's close. He actually gets the move done. Nicely done there from John Wilco up into the 10th position. 17 laps to go, and he'll look to pull away as the handling starts to go away a little bit on that 31, it looks like. Just like that, he cleared him by 0.4 of a second, so clean air, what that 62 needed. Tane Hodison now back to 3rd, and Packard's like, wait a minute, you can pass the 22, let me try again.
Just pointing out, terrible for Diego Rodriguez. Rich Jet is now a lap down.
Yes, and
there are Bo Ruff is next on the chopping block. Man.
And there he goes. He has been chopped. 15 laps.
Okay, Alton Brown. Love that show.
Steve Herring, he is 3 laps down just because he had to come in under green unscheduled. That doesn't hurt Rodriguez's race anymore, but
we once again have, this is no longer a 3-way battle, a 4-way battle, as Wishin has now joined the fight to try and get around Hodison. He is putting on one of the best blocking, not even blocking, he's just running his line and maintaining.
He's like, I'm running the high line, do what you can, which is not a whole lot, apparently.
The truck is not even slow, it's just getting around here is quite hard if you aren't, on it.
Look at the pack that Aaron Mack has got himself under. This is for 11th. He put up a valiant effort against Wilco for trying to hold on to that last stage point. Now he's under fire for 11th. He's like, it's not even for the stage, guys. And they're all hounding him big time. He's wrecked actually around Pfeiffer there for the moment. Courtney doing a nice job. They've kind of, they're closer to the top 10 than they were in stage 1, so doing a nice job there. We'll go slowly closing in on Nick Hansen once he got by Aaron Mack. And then back up here. Ortiz and Wishin going at it. Andrew Stacy has joined this fight. Brandon Minto's not too far back. Rich Chet stays out of the way of the leaders. Very respectful there. 9 laps to go on the stage. McCon will clear out in front by 4.8 seconds. It must be said, Jeremy Brown got ahead of Hodison and then absolutely just took off. He's actually the quickest man on the racetrack, 22.78 last lap compared to a 22.9 Mike McConville. So 7 laps, we're going to rack them back up. We're going to make some adjustments on their trucks, and we'll see what Jeremy Brown has for McConville. Potentially. But it's been flag to flag so far, already halfway through this race, 115 laps in. There is Kevin Belcher. 5 to go. 5.5 laps to go. I don't think he'll get him. And then, if that's the case, Claude's another 4.5 seconds up. So Belcher is the lucky dog no matter what at this point.
Well, we've got a good battle here between Wishin and Packard now.
Yeah, Wishin pulled away from Ortiz and actually got by Packard.
We were able to park it there on the bottom, not let Packard, try and
Cross it back
cut
over.
it back.
Look at the big move here. Aggressive on the entry versus the 22. 17's got some speed laid under him.
Ooh, he
there.
just had to gather it up. I thought he was going to let it, a little contact, play it as it lies, and hope for the best.
All's fair there. He's trying the similar approach here, just a big send on the bottom. Try and carry as much speed as possible. Oh, he's got him this time. If he's ahead going into one on the bottom, he'll just slide up right in front, park it on the nose.
Man, Packard's feeling
Packard's
right
like,
now.
what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do?
I've tried for 60 laps. I can't get around this guy, and Wishin and Brown are through, no problem.
Man. All of that, McConville comes down, 1.5 to go. He actually does catch Belcher. I don't know if Belcher saw him coming and just let him have it, but unfortunate for Boruff and even worse for Rodriguez. Final lap here, McConville putting some nice points on the board. 20 points to his name. Tonneson came into the night 97 points clear.
I was
Of
going to say,
Jared
have you
Wishon.
seen the point lead that Hodgson has? Holy
Yes.
man.
Caution is out. Wishon actually did snatch a point there compared to Hodgson in stage 2, but one singular point, and it's about 100.
I will say, you know, if you look at the Sim Racer Hub stats, of the top 3, all have run 15 races. McConville has 103 incidents. Tane Hodgson has 90. Jared Wishon only 56 so far.
Doing it the ethical way.
Ethical. I think that's the lowest of any driver with more than 10 races. Nope, Steve Herring 54 and 13.
Very nice for Herring. This is 4 in fuel for everybody. For sure. Down and away for McConville. Jeremy Brown. And Belcher got the lucky dog, so he should come back around this time by. Rodriguez, I think, is going to take the wave here. And with as much fuel as you can pack, I don't disagree with that call.
Especially if we get another early caution.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that if you're Rodriguez. Because you had another guy you're going to be battling for the lucky dog with. I don't disagree with that.
Also, Packard able to sneak through under, out of the pits. Able to get through, not able to pass him, on green.
He was
able to get past
desperate.
him on pits.
41.75 pit lane time for him, 42.9 for Hodgson. He's got to be sitting there. Yes! He's probably sitting there so happy that he got that move done.
Just, more Sim Racer Hubs, fun facts. There are 4 drivers with over 100 incidents. Luckily, 3 of them have run 10 or more races. One of them is Mike McConville. The other one is Jason Samedo. Aaron Mack has the most at 122.
He does get caught up in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
He was our first caution here tonight.
Exactly, yeah. Just, in and around some things. The other one is your namesake, Max D. Filippi in 8 races.
That's tough, isn't it? That's tough.
Yeah.
He's no longer here.
No longer here. Man.
Rodriguez takes the wave. Kevin Belcher, the lucky dog. So it'll be Rich Jett and Donovan Bowruff here. Going for the lucky dog here. Took one more lap to sort out the running order. And it's going to be kind of a sprint here, man, to the finish. If they can keep it green. Obviously, stages are 60. We'll be doing 75 to the end. It has the potential to be over quite quick if they just start logging these laps.
I mean, that first stage after the cautions,
Yeah.
it was nothing.
Stage 2 was
Here we
flag
go.
to flag, so let's see what they have in store for stage 3. I think Brown will really have a nice fight here for McConville. He showed some good speed at the end of stage 2. Let's find out. McConville, the restart zone, final stage underway at Lucas Oil. It's the good launch that he'll want. He is clear to let them squabble behind. Awesome, all the way down now to 6th.
Yeah, here comes Andrew Stacy. He has the outside on Jared Wishon.
What, if any, adjustments these guys could have made. Because it's pretty, I mean, it's close. I mean, we've seen these fights. Brown into the fence there. Packard to the inside. We've seen the battles that they've had in that first stage. Stacy around the outside, just there.
Ooh, contact. Able to keep it straight.
Nick
but that was
Hansen got way out of shape in the back as well. John Wilco around the outside of Brandon Minto. He's an 8th. And then Pfeiffer, that's the bubble battle right there between those two. Pinto makes that move on the bottom. Should have it finalized this time. Maybe not. Now he does. Nope.
Little peek.
Still no. Luca's fighting hard. And he just... It's not officially clear. That spot, his spotter cannot say all clear from Brandon Minto. He can now. Finally. Minto to 8th. Wilco 9th. Back up front. Nothing between the leaders here. 70 laps to go.
He's taken some looks to the inside. Not had enough momentum to really take the shot. But he's right there.
I think McConville a little defensive there, actually. That time through one. But Jeremy Brown is there.
He might be trying to bait him. Like, you know, let him get close, let him then burn his stuff up, trying to fight on the inside. But no, McConville's just sticking lower.
And obviously, Jeremy Brown's like, hey, Packard, please leave me alone. I'm trying to, pass your teammate here. Can you not bother me? But obviously, McConville's like, hey, Packard, I need you to help me out here. I need some help. So he's showing the nose. Brown's showing the nose. It's all cat and mouse right here as these three pull away from fourth on
There's
back.
contact. There's more contact, and around goes Jeremy Brown. That is not gonna play well.
Oh,
man.
man. Yeah, now I imagine he's a little upset. He's got to be hopping mad under the collar there. I mean...
With how early that caution came out, we will see where Jeremy Brown lines up.
Big send here from Packard. And they're not just going to make the contact. And that was a lot more than what Brown did to Packard. So, yeah.
We know how fast that 46 machine is.
He'll be back up there. I'm certain of it.
Wow.
A big move here. So 46 sliding up the hill. Here comes the 49. He is to the inside. 46 then coming back down the track. 49 just kind of right there. And they're just kind of bouncing off one another, and around he goes. Fairly harmless, not a whole lot of damage for anybody. That is great news for Diego Rodriguez and for Rich Jett.
Honestly, this would be a fun drive to watch for Diego Rodriguez.
And so, yeah, so he took the wave, and now he's naturally going to get the benefit of having, about 15 lap fresher tires. And he still has the one set left, so this could play in nicely for Rodriguez here.
Might just have to, hit a little on board for a couple laps and see what he can do.
It's like, Pfeiffer actually looks like he came in as well, along with Aaron Mack. But it said they took fuel only. Fuel's not a concern here, so let's see. Yeah, it was just a fuel only stop. Interesting. I would think track position here at this point in the game matters so much more than a little splash of fuel. But Rodriguez is quick. He's got a little bit of damage, obviously, from Jeremy Brown. He's going to have the freshest tires in this field. Very curious to see how much 14 laps of tires actually play out. So, find out. Just over 60 to go, so just about one stage remaining, truthfully. One pure stage, and we're back underway. 62 to go. And I do actually want to onboard Rodriguez here. Let's see how aggressive he wants to play this. Marbles flying all over the place there. He's definitely got some damage on that truck, so just nursing it right now. Right, rear damage, very noticeable there on that 21 machine. Maybe a tiny bit there on the right front as well. Look, John Wilkin to the inside of Carlos Ortiz here for 7th. '62 machine going for it.
I think we might know his favorite track.
He's had a phenomenal performance. He's been a top 10 truck all night. And that's not even to say, oh, he's saving a set of tires. No, he's been a pure top 10 truck tonight. Pfeiffer back down to 14th. He got one stage point in stage 2 as well. So it's a net wash essentially between those two. It's been a fun race to watch for him. He's been in and around all the battles. Big send here from Jeremy Brown trying to get back up there. Wonder what he's thinking right now.
I'm going to say it's not great things.
It's interesting. Rodriguez had gotten around this Claude, but I guess that damage is way worse than I originally anticipated because he has made no impression.
I mean, it's that or he's saving his stuff. There's still 60 laps to go, and he's going to be on the best tires for all of them. I mean, you think you'd want to use them like early.
At least to start that climb, he's only made the one spot. And not even, he's about almost giving it back here.
And this does not really look like the truck that was running P2 for most of stage 1.
Because Brown was in the same incident, and he drove up to second and was challenging for the race lead. He's the one that turned the 21.
I mean, he's still making moves.
Yeah.
He's
been spun out since that, too. Like, I'm surprised this 21 is not further up the road. Front 0.3 of a second between the teammates. Wishing further 0.8 of a second back. We've seen Wishing, Stacy, and Hansen all pretty much together most of the evening. And I'm still curious on that fuel-only stop from Pfeiffer. Sacrificing the track position. And up inside the top 5 for parts of stage 1 and inevitably finish 6th. Just outside the top 10 in stage 2, and now this is as low as he's run all night. Brown completes the pass on Ortiz. Been working on that for a couple laps into 7th. He's got Packard 2.8 up the road. I imagine he would love to get there in the final 50 laps here. Yeah, and interestingly enough, Chris Claude did get back by Rodriguez and then pulled away from him. So let's go on board here. I mean, something's just not working, obviously, on that 21 machine. He's under pressure here from the lap truck of Bo Ruff. I know he's got the damage, but I mean, it's a short track, right? That right rear damage, that's should be expected at a certain point.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I don't know what to say. I don't think the truck should be handling like that.
I mean, I see some damage there to the splitter on, a closer look of it. So, I mean, that could definitely affect it. But to be running...
that's not good.
Still, though, I didn't think it'd be this bad.
Affecting the splitter like that, I think it is going to be that bad.
Because I saw the right front damage, but I guess when you take a look and there's this damage to the splitter... Even, like, he's got the freshest tires in the field, too, and he's just, like, he's the slowest car on the racetrack, pretty much. Which is just, it was very surprising. I was like, oh, I'm excited to see what he could do, and then it actually wasn't anything. It's very surprising to me. Because, it was like, oh, Jeremy Brown, he had an incident, he got back up there. Packard had, he got put in the fence a little bit. He got roughed up. He's right back up there. I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see finally what Rodriguez could do. He got the break, and I was excited to see it. But that's not the case so far, so he needed another caution. But really, I mean, how much damage are you going to get fixed at Lucas Oil, right? Another 15 seconds?
Yeah, there ain't no time.
Yeah. Not great.
We got a little battle here for P2. Wishing was to the bumper of Packard. We know that 17 is fast.
I'll go 1.5 seconds.
Ooh, Hansen into the wall pretty hard. Hansen also, on that same setup as Packard and McConville, finally making his way forward. Ahead of his starting position now in P5.
Don't see any damage there from bouncing off the wall, so he should be okay.
He's going to have the hard-charging Jeremy Brown.
Right behind Tane Otteson. One of the better passes of the day, actually, was Jeremy Brown on Tane Otteson the first time. Let's see if he has another one in him here.
Yeah, if Ottison's going to try and fight to the inside of Hansen, it's just going to open up the door for Jeremy Brown to go around the outside.
Otteson taking a look to the inside, further up the road here. Pushing again, taking a peek to the inside of Packard. That's the battle for second. Otteson still again looking to the inside of Hansen. Ortiz, Wilco, Minto, Kyle Courtney all the way up to 11th. Pfeiffer, Aaron Mack, Rich Jett, Kevin Belcher. Everyone, it's kind of similar things going on right now. Packard trying to survive from Jared Wishin. Tane Otteson trying to survive. Actually, Jeremy Brown does complete that pass. Nick Hansen trying to survive from Jeremy Brown. Look at that send there on the bottom. Brandon Minto had just gotten around Wilco on that last lap as well. Packard trying hard to keep that spot. They've switched lanes now. Wishin with the benefit of the run on the outside. Wishin clear to P2. a swap there for second. Brandon Pfeiffer in all sorts of trouble right now from Aaron Mack, applying this pressure. And Rich Jett, Kevin Belcher. Chris Claude actually caught up to the back of this battle now. A little bit of contact there. On the 31 and the 18. It's the battle for 13th. Still a little bit more contact right there.
Almost put him in a wall.
Ooh, 18 in the back and the 31. He's like, yeah, you got me roughed up twice. Oh, into the fence there. Rich Jett taking evasive maneuvers to the low line. Kevin Belcher caught the fence as well. A little chippy back here. Crank it up, Redemption. Let's do it. Some really hard-fought racing going around all on this racetrack. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. It's not easy, but they are really doing a nice job. Now Courtney all the way up into the top 10.
Really waiting for this late race caution to just throw everything at the wall.
29 to go, just like that. Jamie Brown all the way back to P5. That's a vintage move right there, that big old send. 46 has a really, really good truck. And he is clear now into P4. And he can see Mr. Brock Packard 2 seconds up the road. With coming to 27 laps to go. That might be a late little bit of drama, depending on how they view that, their incidents tonight. .8, he's gonna get there. Let's do this. It's been a while since we've had to use this, but this is what I'm really curious about. Oh yeah, he is well on his way. 26 to go. It says he'll catch him in 15 laps. So about 5 minutes time. He'll be there. Gained just over 0.2 of a second on that last lap. So he is driving with purpose right now. .5, just like that. My goodness, he is. And this is after getting spun out. He did not take a set of tires, so this is mildly impressive. They're back. The scraps continue. Carlos Ortiz, Nick Hansen, slugging it out. Longest run of the night for everybody, so really seeing what their truck has on the long run. Giesbrecht's made good progress in this final stage. Kyle Courtney Did a very nice job all the way up into the top 10. Carlos Ortiz blinking out a little bit in front of this group. Aaron Mack, he's passed a lot of trucks tonight as well. They get back into the top 10. Started 8th. Following our very first caution tonight. Now they came all the way back from 21st. Been duking it out since then. Only 2 laps to go. Gap between Packard and Jeremy Brown, 1.2 seconds. Gap out in front, 4 seconds from Jared Wishing to Mike McConville. Mike McConville, he might look to lead every single lap here tonight. He does not have the fastest lap of this race, though. It goes to Jeremy Brown. .200ths of a second. Shane Rodriguez wasn't even competing. Thought he was going to be a factor tonight. He was very quick in practice.
Yeah, really? I think it is just that splitter damage, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's what it has to be. And here, I wonder what he thinks of this, because here's the man that technically spun him off his bumper. We'll see if he just got race incident really early in the race, or, oh boy.
Oh,
well, Well,
I guess.
I guess.
It's not gonna help you. I guess you believe you can still get back to Packard, but man,
It's not going to help his case. Oh, yellow is out. This changes everything.
did it come out with?
Nah, it came out with Logan Giesbrecht, completely separate incident.
Oh,
Going off into turn 1, just carried too much speed. That's the first time I've seen that tonight, actually, and I'm surprised it wasn't more. And he was fighting that thing, and it just would not come back around. Obviously, it's a short track, so Irish gonna be super sensitive on that yellow. Jimmy Brown actually probably loves that. Let's see here.
I mean, he's ecstatic.
He just carried too much speed. He's fighting it. He's working it. And he just would not come back to the right arm. Everybody's in. This isn't a situation where you can even think about staying out. Everyone's going to bolt on a set of tires. You're going to have a 10-lap shootout for this thing.
I don't think we're making it 10.
Kevin Belcher staying. Jeremy Brown won the race off pit road? 2 tires, it had to have been. Oh, I love that.
We've got a race.
Wait, is it left side? Was it left sides? It was. Left
No
sides
way.
only. Interesting. Yeah, 4 tires for McConville. Jared Wishing, similar story. And he took right sides only. How often have we ever seen in our lives, truthfully, a left side only call?
I don't think I've ever seen left sides only. Imagine we find out that was just a misclick.
Huh.
And he meant to take right sides. Because, like, surely you'd want the right sides.
I mean, you have to.
Like, we will
want 'em the
see.
right sides.
Like, we will see.
I don't even hate it from Wishing though, right? So let's say the 2 tire right side tires. It is super hard to pass here. And historically, left sides haven't meant all that much. I'm very, very curious on that from Jeremy Brown. We'll see if it works. Maybe it works for him. Maybe that's what he needed. like Wilco also might have been a 2-tire stop. He had lost a couple of spots there late. So he's trying to get back up into that top 10. Conville will not lead every lap tonight because of that. He could still very well win this race. He's the first man on 4 tires. Looks like Carlos Ortiz was the 2-tire stop. 9 seconds. There's going to be 11 laps to go. Keith Haring with a wave around. Rodriguez put himself a lap down there in that sequence, so he should have been lucky dog himself. It is about to get very, very interesting.
This will either be just the biggest brain moment or a restart of all time.
So, like I said, the left side, I mean, I mean, you can do it. It's not that he's just gonna explode, he's just not gonna have any grip. So let's see what happens here compared to the guys around him. We're about to find out. 11 to go. Jeremy Brown gets us underway. 2 lefts versus 2 rights versus 4. I imagine McConville wants to force the issue here. But there goes Wishon around the outside. And here comes McConville. So yeah, it doesn't even look like it's a competition.
Oh no.
So that, honestly, like you said, could have been a mistake. A rare mistake from Jeremy Brown.
Who's got the moist critical? Misinput!
Oh, McConville! Not like that!
The curse!
Oh,
It
there's
lives!
Daryl going around. Oh, my days.
McConville!
Oh, no.
He wanted it too bad.
And he just
Oh,
loops it. All on his own. And Kyle Courtney into the back of Brandon Minto. As well as the second act of that caution. But obviously the 41 trying to, you know, not plow into McConville, also trying not to get run over. My good. So yeah, Jeremy Brown went nowhere. I mean, he didn't even make it out of turn 2, and Wishon on 2 right side tires had just flown by him. Man. Rodriguez back on the lead lap. And Minto is in. Gonna have 5 laps to go. Ortiz took 2 tires. Hodison took 4. Brown on 2 left side tires. Andrew Stacy took 4. Nick Hansen took 4. Wilco took 2. Aaron Mack with 4. Kyle Courtney with 4. Pfeiffer with 4. My goodness. It waited 190 laps, but the curse reared its ugly head all the same.
Undefeated.
It's just, really, it's... Here we go. We're going to have a 5-lap shootout here. How did Giesbrecht get a meatball flag?
Still on left sides. Oh, they, he said, connection issues, so they sent him to the pits.
I'm surprised. Yeah, okay. I guess it's technically the same thing. But here we go. Pace car is off. Jared Wishon trying to steal one here. Carlos Ortiz would love to steal one. He started 9th. We are about to find out. Hodison, he's on 4. He might have a factor here late in this race. Let's find out. 5 to go. Ortiz blinks in front of the field.
Oh, what is going on?
And he's gone. Yellow back out again. The worst possible time for that to happen. And he had no chance. I mean, he that was doomed to fail. I mean, that's just... We'll just do it from Tane Hodison's point of view. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's blinking, blinking. We go green. And he's literally inside of Tane Hodison.
It's not like Jeremy Brown went early or any. It's just Ortiz was not there.
So Donovan Boruff back on the lead lap and all of that. Finally, for the Ford machine. He'll get... Oh, wait, is he... Oh, wait. Guess he's not. My apologies. He's 2 down. Oh, man. Carlos Ortiz, Rodriguez, McConville is not what I thought I'd see 15th, 16th, and 17th. To be honest with you. And this is going to be a natural green-white checkered, I believe. Round back to second. I guess if you're Ortiz, you can bolt on a set of tires here at the very end. Doesn't really mean anything. Your last car on the lead lap. Actually, this will be green-white checkered. We don't see that a whole lot. Yeah, tires there. Why not for the 59, right? So, yeah, this is one of the few times we will use a green-white checkered here in TNN. There's no way there's been 9 cautions. It does not seem like that at all, does it?
I mean, definitely has.
2 stages, 2 quick cautions at the start, and it's 4. Well, I don't feel like it. It has not felt like a 9 caution race, but good thing. So here we go. I still think Hodison might have a shot here if he gets a good restart. He's going to be right behind the leader. Mission on 2 right side tires, Jimmy Brown on 2 left, Hodison on 4. Stacy on 4, both row 2 drivers on 4 tires. Here we go, green-white checkered. And it's a very good restart for Tane Hodison.
Can't wait to see if we get the weirdest interview of the night with the I took
Multiple
2
cars
left sides.
Bouncing off the wall. Hodison going to be looking low here. He does have the fresher tires than the 17. Coming to the white flag. Race is official if they make it back. But Wishin actually fantastic turn 1 on the 2 older tires.
Ooh, Nick Anson gonna put.
They're about 5 wide back between everybody.
Battle. Oh, look at Wilco. He's in the wall.
He's in the fence, but Wishin's gonna steal it. And around goes Aaron Mack. He finishes 8th. Rich Jet, top 10 after all of that. Kyle Courtney with the top 10. Wilco comes home 6th. In a wild one, Mike McConville 15th. Let's take a look at Wilco here. What happened here into the last corner? He was up in the fence on both ends. Oh, he just got a little loose here, up into 1 and 2. No harm there. Everything's fine. They're beating and banging in front of him. 3 wide, going off into turn 3. He just gets loose again there. Doesn't gain anything from it. Yeah, that's all fine. Aaron Mack goes around on his own. So that's fine. But yeah, I thought Hodison was in a really good situation. We're just going to back this up. Right to this start. I thought it was dreamland. Instantly clears Jeremy Brown. Gets a great runoff turn, too. And I'm like, oh, he's going to have a great shot. I mean, right here, I was like, this is perfect. He's diving to the inside. But from turn 4, Wishing uses that outside line, carries the momentum, and then pulls away a little bit more through 1 and 2. Incredible. And just maintains all the way home.
I'm not saying the 2 left sides are working, but he did get a P3.
He did.
And we're going to get a heck of an interview there.
Man. The 2 right sides, had he taken right sides, could it have been Jeremy Brown? He won. Potentially. Where are you going to find out? What a race here this evening.
We do have 1 and 3. Hodison's up there. Just say win.
All right, give me 1 quick second. Podium finishers. No work. Let's get him in here. Here with your race winner tonight, the 17 machine of Jared Wishing. And for a long period of that race, it did not seem like it was going to be that way. It's, oh, we get a solid top 5 truck tonight. But somehow, some way, you end up in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, I don't really know how either. We were kind of stuck there. I felt really good on the long run, but it was just like so hard to pass. I could never really get positions until late to the run, and I think they're just 3rd on stage 2. Then there we was running, and I was looking at the left side tires, and I seen they didn't really have much wear, so I knew if we got a late race caution at any point, I was just going to take 2 and hope for the best, and it felt really great on 2 tires there. So, yeah, I guess that was the winning move.
Yeah, able to have that set late, and obviously left side's historically not what you're gonna take. So the 2 tires, especially at a short track with 10 laps to go, that's almost a no-brainer, I'd argue. But it was the winning move tonight. Held off the restart from Hodison, who was on 4. So 2 versus 4, two gets it this time. But that was a very fun race tonight. Yourself, Jeremy Brown, Tane Hodison, McConville, just kind of in a line, kind of nose to tail, and really having to work 20, 30, 40 laps at times to make 1 pass on somebody.
Yeah, it was fun, more fun than I thought, but I was not looking forward to it, and like just having to make a pass was like my weak spot tonight. I just felt like I wouldn't be able to clear, and then if people was behind me, they would just get to them outside, so I'd like only make a pass whenever I like had a gap out back to have a spot to get back up if I didn't complete it. But I definitely did not see winning tonight, so we will take it. And that was after not looking forward to this track, so it's not expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Still technically in the contention with 2 races left as well, so you gain just a tiny bit on Tane Hodison for the regular season championship there. So that'll be fun to watch with 2 races left in the regular season. Congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
I just want to give a shout out to Tane there. I think in the 3 he definitely could have moved me or hit me or anything, and he chose to race me clean. So I feel like you don't get that much in leagues nowadays. So shout out to him for racing it clean and not wrecking me or anything. Shout out to Jeremy. We were both pretty quick tonight. He definitely had the better truck than I did. So he appreciate him coming out and running. This is a pretty important win for the team. This is our team's win 350. So glad to be able to do it and bring it home for the team, for Me Racing Setups for being on the truck, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, congratulations again, and I think we got another Truck Series scheduling masterclass. I think we're off for 2 weeks, but we'll see you back after the break.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That's what I thought too.
Here with your
And then
runner.
it just
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, all good. Here with your runner-up tonight, the 22 machine of Tane Hodison. Probably one of the toughest passes on the track this evening. We would look at times and there'd be 3, 4, 5 trucks just kind of lined up behind you. Someone would look to the inside. Primarily Brock Packard. He was trying to get to the inside a lot tonight, and you just wouldn't let him do it.
Yeah, no, that's literally what I was talking about, the 46. Right before I got pulled up here, we were talking about how he was stuck behind me the whole time. He couldn't find a way by. There's some great racing out there. I had no front end grip, so I was very, very slow, but I could run the high line fairly well. And when people were underneath, so I kind of was the freight train or the engine of the train all race, which was kind of funny. Helped some of my teammates out by doing that, I guess. But um, yeah, and so McConville was so dominant up front. I just figured like as long as I don't send it and kill my tires, then we'll see what I have at the end. And I finally got an adjustment at the end that helped a little bit, but I just decided it was full send time, and magically I'm here in second somehow. So,
Was there any thought to 2 tires on that final stop?
yeah, as I was pulling into my pit box, I was like, oh shoot, I should have taken two. But I think in the end it was better to take four because the cars that got taken out to cause the last caution, I think it was, I think were some of the ones on 2 tires. So I think I was the first car on four, either me or Wishton was. But I think in the end it worked out, but I do wish I was on two.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was a fun one. Great battles all night in and around wherever you were racing tonight. It was pretty fun. And on nights when you're not the overall fastest truck, and at times, there was at one point you did fall back to 6. So got a couple guys finally had managed something. Um, Ended up P2 and keeping a strong hold on the points lead with two races left in the regular season. Definitely a good way to end the night. So congratulations, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Thank you. I got, as always, teammates Diego, Logan, Brandon. Tonight, also like last week, we had Andrew Stacy in the VC as well. He's pretty helpful. Unfortunately, I think Diego was the fastest of us. He was the most confident too. But me and the 46 got together, I guess. I thought it was netcode, and I think he did too. But when you go to the replay, it doesn't look like netcode. But that, I think that was the start of stage two, and Diego was just an innocent bystander, and that completely ruined his race and then chance for his first oval win. So I think he would have gotten it too, because he was probably, besides McConville, the fastest truck up until the damage. So, but yeah, that and then my family, who I think are watching tonight. So yeah, definitely minimizing the points lost tonight because I thought I was going to finish P7 legitimately.
Absolutely. Congratulations again on the runner-up tonight, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Here with your third place finisher tonight, the 46 machine of Jeremy Brown, who probably had one of the more interesting races from the front to the back, to the front to the back, and to the front one more time. Probably passed the most trucks tonight. Very fast truck, was able to make moves on the top and the bottom, but definitely one of the more aggressive trucks into turn 3 under braking. Was super fun to watch. And then I have to ask, was that 2 lefts at the end? Was that the call? Was it supposed to be 2 rights? What was that?
It was supposed to be 2 rights, and I'm like sitting there, I was like, why are y'all jacking up the left-hand side of the truck? And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I told Jared, I said, Jared, I'm screwed. Like, just go win it, buddy, because there's nothing I can do now. But I don't know. I guess in the heat of the moment, I clicked the wrong side or something. But that was not the plan at all. And
I was like, I wonder if he knows something we don't, because I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It was if it was a strategy call, it was a poor one.
You had the right idea though with the 2 tires, because ultimately, Jared gets it done with the 2 tires, 2 versus 4, at a short track with 10 laps to go. I was like, oh, he wins the race off pit road. It's super hard to pass, and I'm loving it. And I'm like, oh, it's left sides. Yeah. It's,
yeah. I think too was the play because their lefts weren't wearing that bad. Like they were still in the mid to high 90s, but at the end of most every run. But I definitely didn't need new lefts.
Right.
New rights would have been helpful.
But nevertheless, though, able to hang on to that podium. And that, I mean, you just had a fun race. You were battling, all the way to the back. You get, caught up in that little netcode thing with the 3 going into turn 1. You go all the way back, come out, you get spun out, you come all the way back, and then ultimately it's like, oh, I win the race off pit road. It's just the crew put on the wrong tires.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I have to give a shout out to Tane. Like, he made me work so hard to get past him. Like, I knew I was way faster than him, but like I also, like, I don't want to rough the man up or anything. Like, they all in this championship run, and I'm here to have a good time. And I got into him one time, and I just kind of backed out of it and like reset, and like he made me work. I was literally dripping sweat at the end of stage 2. As hard as he made me work to get around him, and and I hate it for Mike. He had a rocket ship of a truck. So like, that shouldn't go unnoticed. I'm sure that he led all every lap until he didn't, right? So
Yeah. Well, that was the interesting part about it, right? Is you had started P2, get involved in some of that stuff. You're coming right from the back. You finally get up to P2, and you're starting to battle with Mike for the 2 fastest trucks of the night. I think we didn't get to see that play out 1v1, but
I feel like on even terms, maybe I had something for him, but like I just had to work so hard to get back to second, and then like I was only like at that point he's 6 seconds ahead of me, and I'm only a tenth of a lap faster than him, and it take me 200 laps to catch him at that point. So it's he rode off into the sunset. He played a good race.
Yeah, we talked about him pre-race, so it took 185 laps for the commentator's curse to kick in, but we got him at the end, so don't worry about it.
I mean, does that qualify though? Like 185 laps, like y'all should get a pass at that point, right?
Well, I think it's I think we'll never let him live it down just because we were talking pre-race about it, but it's more so the manner of how he did it because it was all on his own, so we're just never gonna let him.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It's you try so hard to get back what you need, and you just overstep that bound just a little bit. So,
but yeah, that was a fun race watching you tear up through the field and making those moves on the bottom. I said, yeah, you and Hodgson specifically, for the 49 truck, he's trying for 50 laps. He can't do it, and then you come by, and then you get it done, and he's he's got to be like, what on earth? Tried so long.
I knew you couldn't pass just riding behind somebody, so I had to try something and I was able to make that slider line work and gain ground. A lot of times you lose ground, a lot of ground going down a straightaway, but I was able to slow the truck down enough to get it pointed to where I could get a decent run off. And like at that point, it's a game of inches. If you make a couple inches a lap, then it's fine. The bad thing is really hard on the fronts. So you use up so much of your truck trying to do that, you can't do it lap after lap after lap.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. He's all right. He's a car length and a half back. He made the dive. He's a car length back. Makes a dive. He's half a car length back. All right, now he's even. Now he's half a car length ahead, and now he pulls off the slider. That's how it was.
Yeah. It was a ton of fun. I will say that this one of the more fun races I've had.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the hard-fought 3rd place, and we'll let you get your shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, congratulations to Jared. That's number 350 for Elite Motorsports, I think it is. So that's a milestone for us and PRS for providing the rocket ship for us, and Voodoo Rangers for the after party, and Elite Designs keeping us in good paint. Shout out to Chris Claude. He puts on a hell of a league, man. I know he does a lot of work and listens to a bunch of whiny drivers every week, 3 nights a week. So he and you guys do a great job, man. I love having y'all. Love being able to go back and watch y'all the next day. So I appreciate what y'all do as well.
When y'all put on a show, it makes our job even that much easier. So congratulations, and we'll see y'all after the break.
All right, buddy. Y'all have a good week.
Too. He would have won that race if it wasn't left side tires, man. That would have been a heck of a comeback. Oh my goodness,
man. How? I genuinely don't
just
even know.
Just click the wrong box. That's literally all it was. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna audible 2 tires." just uncheck the wrong one or check the wrong box, hit the wrong button. That's tough because he Corbin said Blake Harris crew chief for the 46. Is that not Alan Gustafson though? More likely than Blake Harris. Is that not what that is though? I feel like it's an Alan Gustafson kind of thing. Like Coke 600, you never get that back. But what a race! 20 guys and they're out there. They put on a show tonight, did they not? They really did.
It was a heck of a show, man.
Honestly,
I don't think we really could have asked for more.
Look at we got John Wilco P6, Aaron Mack battle back to a P8, Kyle Courtney, Rich Jett getting the top 10. He was a lap down for 120 laps and he ends up 10th. Mike McConville Vintage Choke ends up 15th, courtesy of the commentator's curse. I feel so bad. He led 185 laps, bro. Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. That is really tough. That's Mike McConville. You know him, you love him. Air wishing with 13 laps led. My goodness. Gets it done over Tane Hondas and Jeremy Brown. 202 laps. We had to do 2 extra laps to settle this sucker tonight. John Wilco, the hard charger. Wishing with the fastest lap of the race. And Mike was on pole tonight. 9 cautions still feels like too much for what we had. But a fantastic race tonight. We had 19, I believe. Or no, it was 17 on the lead lap. Boruff was 1 lap down right there at the end. Steve Herring could never recover from that early penalty. Giesbrecht with the connection issues, and Richard Pruitt just got his last place points tonight. But nevertheless, with that, I mean, they still put on an absolutely phenomenal show tonight. And they got 2 more short tracks. They got we're off for 2 weeks, and then is it it's gonna be the 2-week break, and then Richmond, then New Hampshire. Okay, so got some more short tracking to settle it, so it's gonna be a good one. And I think O'Reilly's. I think we're off just next week in general, so we'll take a week break, ready for the end of the regular season for the O'Reilly and the trucks. So see y'all in 2 weeks' time. Take care.